What's up, YouTube? This is Frieren here, and this is going to be episode 7 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. So, last time on Frieren, or however you say it. So Stark turns out like the way they did Stark was really well done. I actually thought it was a really great way to build up on his character. The way he just kind of came off, and like he's super strong, and like to the point where Eisen was his former master was very afraid, was actually so afraid of him because he couldn't believe that the amount of growth that he went through. And so it was a very sad what it means, like that they had a miscommunication there. I don't know if they're gonna ever meet up again, or like if Stark ever sees the Master again and says, "Oh, and they try to reconcile or something." But it was kind of sad to see, to know about that. And then Stark, of course, like they both had their own sense of where they feel fear. But remember, fear is not the absence of, and no, bravery and courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to stand up against it. That's the important part. It's okay to feel fear, because like if you do not have that, then you will not have that feeling of tension that can help you perform well enough. You need that sort of security, like, oh, you gotta be on that A game, or else you're probably gonna lose, and that's what it is, or you're probably gonna die or something. Like you really like gotta have that in order, have some of that in order to, create a foothold to where like for that that stepping stone, or not a stepping stone. It's more like an anchor, so you can know where to establish your resolve there. I guess so to speak. There's also this really like, so we one shot the dragon basically. I didn't notice it at first, but I was just like, oh yeah, he just killed that thing, just outright, and didn't even realize it. Stark underestimated himself. There's also the funny part in the second half where this funny thing developing between Frieren and Stark, and how Frieren gets to know a little bit more about Stark. And then we also get a little bit of a notion to where Frieren is trying to cross the border, but it's going to be the place they're going to go to next is filled with just unpleasant things, monsters and all. And it so happens that Frieren's popularity, whether she likes it or not, ends up letting them get through the checkpoint. But I don't think it's gonna go that easily the next time around. So how is that gonna play out here? Alright. Well, I got a notification somewhere. Okay. But yeah. Without further ado, oh geez, what did I pull up on? Let's get this started. It's gonna be episode 7. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. It's true. Also, that's what it means. Odogibashi. Tall tale, fairy tale, something. That's a that's quite some food for thought too. Like it'll be so long. She's so surprised that she actually wakes up early after all she fucking dealt with. Stark's like, why am I doing this? I'm not saying. Oh, first time they didn't play the opening right from the get-go. Sorry, isn't the episode. It's me who accidentally took one too many sleeping pills today. Or the last night, actually. I don't think it works that easily. But also, just moving the rocks can help it easier for the other travelers that come by, in case you won't be there for them, of course. Mm, just be a little bit more informal. Yeah. Yeah, he's not that old. This Stark's son, or Stark or whatever. Actually, no. It, I like how the music just changed up to just this light-hearted tune to just set the mood there. It just made Stark's face look smush in the distance. Wow. So she's of a rare race. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Wow. Oh, that looks very foreboding. Like, or some sort of. Wow. Because she was part of it. It's just like, is that really as accurate as you say you accounted for? Okay. Almost 80 years. After. So, how many days has been doing those retakes before? Mm hmm. I'm not interested. Mm hmm. I mean, I don't know why he hasn't drawn the dots that she is one and the same. I mean, there's very few elves that go around anyways. I feel like a good number of people should at least be aware of that, even if it's even if you're just human. But I don't know how to really put it. Maybe elves are the only ones aware of their own race going extinct because of the way the passage of time is. Hmm? Uh-oh. We did it on instinct. They didn't react because they didn't know what was going on. Why exactly she was kind of like that. But the thing, like, a lot of time has passed, and so that's why, like, she's probably not familiar with it. That's why she reacted like that. Even though she could have just stood, she should have just stood there and just not react like that. That means she's kind of stuck to her own ways because of what happened back then. And it's been a while since she's seen one. She doesn't even seem that bothered either. Okay. I don't really know like how much she can agree with her or disagree. Because I understand the dangers. Is Frieren gonna just do it himself? Because she's just like more indifferent. That's a tough deal, like, because I'm pretty sure not all demons are bad, but then there are those that also use it. There are some demons that will use that sort of that courtesy to speak same language. I feel like something bad happened later. Oh, that's probably the same. I think that was the same person that she see today. Maybe I don't know. They could just all look the same. Oh wow, she she went berserk. She took advantage of it, I think. Wow. I take it back. It seems like all of them are just bad. Yep, not this time. I felt something bad was happen that day. I didn't think it would turn exactly like that. Where, you know what? Not a single demon is proven to be good. Okay, yeah. I don't think it's was the right thing to just act at that time, though. The thing is, my mistake is thinking that some demons may be actually good, but it's not. Doesn't look like it. There hasn't been a proof of it yet. Feet under. Up 5 feet under. Wow. Okay. That's why he was just allowed there. But then, like, why would you not let Frieren do that for you? I mean, I guess he wants it for himself because it's got personal. But I don't. You should realize that demons are just a part of the or not that. He's biting off more than he could chew, trying to handle it himself. This is so messed up. Because you think with when you share the same language, you'd be able to speak, understand. But these demons have just no. They just like have. They are literally just only use that as a means of deception. And it's not like we aren't able to do that as humans toward different races, which makes us all the more messed up too. And that's how easy we can get deceived by something like this in the state we're in. Because of what Freeman mentioned, they usually live in solitude. Oh, he's trying to put down Frieren. Wow. He's just like, yep. He's like, yep, I figured. She seems pretty easygoing about this. Wow. Damn it, don't end it there. Well, yeah, wow. The most messed up part is me thinking that maybe there's a few demons out there that may know empathy, but no, they're all just cold blood. They're literally like the fucking incubators in Madoka Magica. They don't give a shit. I'm not saying they may be just completely void emotion, but they don't care. They would just use shit to deceive and coax others into doing what they want. Just because, like, learning the same, having the same. The general concept of humans is like, if we speak the same language, we'll be able to understand each other. But humans just use the demons just exploit that as an advantage to deceit, for deception, for corruption, and all. And yeah, that's what happened. Frieren acted the way she did because of what happened back then, which is a nice flashback, and it actually gets me really upset the way, you know, I'm gonna be personally like, nah, this is not a. I don't think this is an actual issue that I find with the series itself, but I don't like. Nah, man, maybe prove me wrong. Later on, I don't like how Wow. Okay. Well, that explains it. Frieren is the demon slayer. Forget the Demon Slayer anime. That's trash. Frieren is the Demon Slayer. Okay. Jokes aside, that was a good episode. I do apologize on my part if I feel like I physically wasn't into it. I OD'd on a little one more pill. Like I already mentioned that, but my bad. Like on thinking at one point that the demons are would some of them be good guys, and maybe like the Grand Scope would be something good. I was banking on it. I knew like in the back. I was feeling the feeling in the back of my mind like, oh, he's probably not. He's just schemer, the way he talks. But yeah, he's just out there to just fulfill his Majesty's wishes to overtake town and try to rebuild the kingdom. And there was an earlier mentioning of the guy, you know, there was more tussling with demons. Like, even when the demon lord was killed, they're still trying to rebuild. This feels like something that I saw in the head. This feels like a bit from, you know, I know there's many other cases like that, but not explored in a way where it's like an afterwards sort of deal. Where like now in Hell, like the demons are, even after the demon lord has been slaughtered, has been defeated. I know it's the usual sort of typical gag with the whole demon lord sort of being defeated and all and such, but it's already been mentioned that there's a little twist. It's like, oh yeah, the main journey. Oh yeah, it's not just happily ever after. There's still shit going on that even the heroic party couldn't take care of. What a really missed. I will say Frieren is like, I feel like she shouldn't have acted in the heat of the moment. And you have to think that the common sense in me, he was saying like that dude, what the fuck was his name again? Sorry. Yeah. I think his name was Pels or something. I don't know. Like, will she show the actual name here? But what basically happened is like the guy wanted to clap himself, but this guy is more than he can handle at this moment. And this guy I know is aware of Frieren being a threat. That's why his little servant went to do things on his own accord. You know, it's much to the guy's chagrin. And Aunt's Grants, I think that was the name. If I butchered that, sorry. And so the lady's name and his Majesty's name is Aura, apparently. Lunar, I think that was one. No, that's Lunar. I guess that's how they're gonna pronounce it. But yeah, he's just trying to. He was using it as a means, just like, oh, I don't want, like, the humans are like putting up a resistance, and he's trying to coax them so they can take over things easier. Even after all's been said and done, there's still conflict in the world. And it makes Frieren's journey at this aftermath journey, like the after story sort of deal, all the more important, because you want to keep. Now, I'm not gonna say whatever she may have done here may permanently, like absolutely permanently forever, make things at peace, but there are things that are obviously actively going on that she cannot just ignore. Like the demons are on the rise again, and you have to think this will build up into something even more serious. As much as this series does have is sort of bent on the more slice of life sort of deal, but remember, this is more of a character journey where like she's retracing her footsteps and finding out there's a little bit more that she didn't catch her eye at the time, or she didn't take account into much at the time, or that because of the new developments she is happy, she reminisces about it and is grateful, like of how things went back then, or sometimes kind of regret what things went back then as well, like some other things. Himo, like, I understand Himo's initial judgment, because at that time they didn't know that much about demons. You know, Frieren did. Himo was like, I can get his deal. He wasn't sure. I mean, and then, you know, there was a possibility that not all demons could be bad, but sadly, that little kid demon ended up just killing the village master and eating his daughter, and finding a replacement. And it really irks me to say when they say shit like this so deaf tone. Kind of like I remember, like I've said before, the incubators, like they just emotionless, so they only seek to, like, I wouldn't say they wouldn't. I'm not like they're totally emotionless. I mean, you see Lunar just having these feelings of pleasure, just actually having just wine and with some fruits with a fruit basket at the center, just for the luxury while he's a guest there. But yeah, like Frieren is recognized as a threat even after all these years, which says a lot. She's literally, the preview literally says she's a demon slayer. And now that she got new companions, Frieren start, that are gonna get caught up into it no matter what, I don't know how much time. I don't know exactly how. I'm not so sure about how much time. When they said 2 to 3 years, I'm guessing it makes me wonder. Like, wait, was she was just in jail for 2 to 3 years? No, there's no way. So that threw me off. So let me look back at that part. They said to reflect on your actions for 2 to 3 years. Okay, it was more like the sentence she gave. 2 to 3 years. Yeah, 2 to 3 years of what? Like just during an offense. Like she didn't kill anyone. But that's the really just bad judgment by this town. I don't think they've had any proper rules, which irks me with how this was played out. I just feel like it makes things. Now, I'm not saying it does, but it does make things a little bit too more convenient for the demons to start acting. But again, it's because like I'm not in agreement with the initial sentence for Frieren. But I understand like they just want to keep. They don't want anyone else interfering. But these humans realize the guy should realize that he bit off more than he can chew. Even if they have numbers, that's not gonna matter against something like that dude. They have to have known this, but they're mostly getting the better of them, and the fact that they just opened up to begin with, it was already kind of a checkmate for them unless Frieren is able to act. And hopefully she can do something before she'd be able to do something. She don't have the staff. I'm not so sure what she can do here, unless if she doesn't need the staff and she can do something right then and there, or like the guy tries to kill him, but she's able to escape, manage to get her staff somewhere, or have something similar to her staff, or make use of whatever's surrounding her, and be able to get away with it, or maybe even put down that guy. I don't think she'll put him down. He'd probably escape, for a time. But yeah, what an interesting way to. It doesn't feel like much, but it does put into the question of morality, and then the lack of morality. And demons don't seem to have morals. They only care about taking over things and caring for themselves. It's funny that they say that normally live in solitude, but yet they still grow as a king. They still establish a kingdom. So it's just like demons are just existing there just to rule. That is something I'm not so sure how to feel about it. But then again, we've had vampires that exist for the sake of it, but it's sort of like a fantasy deal that I don't think that I may be probing in too much on at this moment. But the demons do have a sense of knowledge, so they can understand why things can happen the way they do, and I've said before, demons themselves probably are not actually void of emotions. They just don't have the same set of morals or societal standards or whatnot. Yeah, so that's but that's about it. And I also like the whole thing in the beginning, at the first half, where it says so we won't be fairy tales, we won't be around, but you still will. It's funny how the guy wasn't immediately recognized as one, because the way that the elves themselves are actually actually going extinct, and it gives you a sense of danger here, because Frieren is you think Frieren and their kind, because the way it's worded, you figured Frieren and their kind are the only ones that are some of the only people that could be able to take down the demons by more, with more handingly than most human. Okay, I get there's Hemel and there's Hemel and the others back then, but that's only saying them up. I don't know about dwarves. I don't think dwarves are that powerful enough to 1v1 a demon. I mean, I could be wrong, but it just shows to show the the more else he can try to put down, the better. I think the reason why Luna didn't act the way he is and just perceived interest is more because there's more. I think it's more because he wants to see something from him that might be to his benefit. I don't know exactly what that thing will be. Would it be her magic? Would it be her ties to the late hero? I'm not so sure, but we'll find out hopefully later next week. So yeah, it's a really good episode. I didn't like how it ended on a cliffhanger though. Smash like button, let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, support the YouTube channel, join Discord server, share the video, all that good stuff. I know YouTube is really being an ass now. It's preventing ad blockers, and you just gotta roll with it. But yeah, really switching signing off, y'all. See you next time. Take care, stay safe, and have a great day. Peace.